that mystery God concept is not just because a person is a Christian. You got Muslims that worship a mystery God. You got Jehovah Witnesses that worship a mystery God. You got secular people that are not religious that still worship a mystery God. You got 5%ers that's worshiping a mystery God, a so-called God. Now, if you're putting it in just like layman's terms, trillions of years means forever, right? So if you're looking at it religiously, it's like, man, people have been searching for God forever. But put it in the contemporary times, people be searching for shit in other people forever too. Because in this society, some of us have a very bad habit of emphasizing the potential of things, whether they're people, places, or things. A lot of times we get in a relationship with people based upon potential and shit. You know, I got potential to be in the NBA right now. Is it probable? It ain't probable. Yeah, it's potential. All of us got potential, but it's not really probable. Again, that is the effects of being immersed in a belief system. You know, sometimes we put ourselves in situations where we're searching forever for things that, if you're dealing with it basically for what it is, you realize that some of those characteristics or qualities just simply aren't present. You know, one of the things that one of my mentors told me some time ago, and I was talking to him about this sister that I was interested in. He was like, okay, if she doesn't change anything right now for the rest of her life, could you live with that? I was like, because it ain't no way to interpret that. You know what I'm saying? That's is what it is. Can you live with that if they never change the thing about themselves for the rest of their life? Because a lot of times people go into situations not thinking like that. They're thinking about the aspirations of where they can be and how things can be based upon the potential of people and their growth and development. Instead of, nah, this is what it is. Can you accept that and live with it now? Because they may never change that for the rest of their life, which means they had to bring those qualities and characteristics to the table up front. They had to be evolved in a certain way already, right? That's challenging for all of us because, like I said, we've been born into a society that emphasizes belief systems, that emphasizes us putting weight on potentiality of things. That's the way that the wealthy stay in power. They constantly give people promises, you know, that carrot on the end of the stick, right? So a lot of us enter into bonds with people, whether it's platonic, whether it's romantic, whether it's business, whatever, based upon that premise of belief and potentiality, right? So this lesson in terms of who is that mystery God is also telling us, like, yo, look at things for what it is, not what it appears to be. Because you can end up searching for trillions of years. You can end up forever in that position. Another thing to consider is the notion of love and happiness that we're oftentimes taught in this society, right? A lot of times people are taught, oh, you make me happy. You know, that people actually have the capacity to make you happy and shit, you know, and people look for that in other people, right? But suppose you meet somebody and they're damn malcontent. Nothing you can do is enough. Nothing. You could be on a trip in France or something and know that your partner loves a certain place in France and you may pick them up something as a surprise and bring it over and you haven't seen them in a week and you get there and you give them a hug and they're happy to see you and you pull the bag out and say, look, I got this for you. And they look at it up and down and say, why didn't you get the black one though? There's people like that. They're malcontents. Nothing you can do is enough. because they weren't whole to begin with. They weren't whole to begin with. So when you accept that challenge to make a motherfucker happy, you get on that hamster wheel and you will be running on that hamster wheel for the rest of your life. That's searching for trillions of years. So this idea of searching for a mystery God, even if it's one of us brothers that are 5%ers, shit, just because we say that we the true and living God, shit, we might be a so-called mystery God too. So don't waste your damn time searching for trillions of years for some shit in us. Deal with us exactly for what we do, and not what our potential is, but what we actually are, what we're doing. So now that leads us into the knowledge degree, where you set up a home and wait for a mystery God to bring you food. Let's remix it a little bit. Where you set up a home and wait for a dude like this to bring you food.